Good day and welcome again to Chris's Caribbean Delights. And today I'm embarking on a challenge. I'm making some garlic and herb cheese bread. A garlic and herb bread with cheese, garlic and herb cheese bread. But it has garlic, it has herbs, and it has cheese. Okay, but we'll see how this turns out. It's it's a concept I viewed earlier about a month ago, and it's very interesting because you get your herbs in there, you have your cheese, you have a garlic, and garlic bread tastes pretty good. Cheese bread tastes pretty good. The cheese bread I made earlier in another video that has almost 300,000 views already from all over the world. Now I'm going to put this guy together, garlic herb cheese bread, and we're going to put it together, and here are the ingredients I need to get this bad boy going. So here we go. First of all, you need some flour. I need 3.5 cups of flour, which I have there. I need 2 cups of milk, softened butter, about 1/4 cup, garlic, of course I did 3 cloves, sugar, a tablespoon of olive oil, yeast, of course, 2 1/4 teaspoons. I have all the measurements down there for you, and salt, half a tablespoon, 1 egg, and I have some extra flour in case I need it when I started to work it on the board. For the herbs, I have some mint, I have some dill, some fresh dill, I have some cilantro, dill, mint, and for cheeses I have a Cracker Barrel, and I have some mozzarella. So this is all going to be incorporated into this bread. Now we're going to start by combining our dry ingredients. That's the salt, the yeast, the sugar, and we're going to give that a stir to incorporate. And now we're going to take it all to the mixer, and we're going to start mixing and adding my milk and my wet ingredients. Butter goes in a little later along with the garlic and the oil. So we'll move to the mixer and we'll get it mixing, get my dough mixing. So here in the mixing bowl I have the dry ingredients, my flour, and all the other dry ingredients. I'm going to add half of the milk. And we're going to start mixing this until it gets to let's see what consistency we'll get. Then we'll add the rest of the liquid, and once we get the rest of the liquid and it forms into a ball, I'm going to take it out and we'll have to work it on the board. You have to do some kneading like like you usually would do with a good bread. So we'll work this for a minute or so, and then I'll be back. So after the initial mixing in the mixer, I see that the dough is really still a little soft, so I'll need to add some flour in order to get it to a doughy consistency, and so I'll be able to knead it in there. And at this time also I need to knead in the tablespoon of olive oil, which would be inconsistent with the kneading. The olive oil would be kneaded in to the dough. So a little at a time. I'll just Just knead it in there. Keep your hands floured until you get to the real doughy consistency here. Scraper right here. Get some more flour for the board. Keep it floured. Still need to get some more of this oil in here. Let's massage that in there. Okay, so this kneading is going to go on for about 10 minutes, and can't have you look through all of that, so I'll be right back. Now that was a solid workout. It's been about 10 minutes and it's come to the elasticity and the texture that I want. Now you can stretch it out like this and without it breaking or having a hole in it, and this is what you want, the elasticity. That means that the gluten is working. The gluten has worked properly in there, and now it's ready for proofing. So I'll just make it into a ball, and I'll put it back into the bowl, and we'll be ready for proofing. I'm just going to sit in this bowl for about an hour and a half. I just oil the bottom, a little oil in there, squish it around. I'll cover this with some plastic wrap. And we'll be back in an hour and a half. It should double in size and all that. So see you then. So whilst my bread is rising for the hour and a half, I'll just shred my my herbs, which I'm going to put in there. So let's get, that's the mint. I don't want to have too many stalks in there, but I'm trying to. This is the dill. And dill has a very, very fragrant scent, and it just enhances everything that you use it with. So that's the dill. And here's the cilantro, or cilantro. So the garlic is there, already grated. I'll just bring that over here. And we'll mix these together, because we're going to apply them all at once. Here's the garlic. Okay, so we have garlic, cilantro, dill, and mint for our herbs. And then the cheeses, I'm going to grate this piece of this Cracker Barrel. I'm going to grate that. And I probably would use also some of this mozzarella. So that would be my next step. And I'll be right back. So we're back with our bread. We just beat this down. And we'll turn this out onto a floured board again. Cut this in half. This is the correct half, is it? It's not exactly. Oh, okay. That's a half, that's a half. Piece over here, piece over there, that's a half. Okay, now put that back in the bowl. Keep it covered. Keep that covered until we're ready to work with that. So flour your rolling pin. We're going to roll this out to 20 inches long and 10 inches wide, actually. So because we have to cut it in squares. So I need a rectangle. Need a rectangle, so I think I just need to come over a bit. Now, be a sharp, pretty sharp knife. Actually, because we're gonna cut strips and then and make squares. So, but before that, we'll baste with the butter and stuff like that. Let me get those together. So once I rolled it out, I trimmed the edges to get it straight. I just trimmed the edges, and then I'm basting it with the butter on the top. And then we'll sprinkle the cheese. Use half of the butter, half of the cheese, half of the garlic. Just sprinkle the garlic in spots. You know, garlic goes a long way. So and you want to sprinkle your herbs. Remember, half of your herbs again. We're just using half right now because we have another half of the dough to go. Okay. Now we have a pan right nearby, right here. Not too close, but and we have to cut these in squares. So I'll just pat them down. We have to get four squares. So 1, 2. Okay, it could be a little bigger than that. One, 2, 3, and 4. I have to get a really sharp knife to do this, so make sure your knife is really sharp. Okay. Now we have to stack. We pick this up. Once it's stacked like this, almost to the height of the pan, you'll place it in the pan. Okay. I put the herb side that way, so when the bread raises again, because it's going to rise again in here in the pan, once it rises again, there'll be herbs in that, on that area there. And this goes here. All right. Putting this together is a little technical, but hey, it will work. You gotta make it work. And you put this here. So, you may not be able to Well, it's going to rise again anyway, so it's going to fill out. It's going to fill out the pan again. So what we do now, once we get this in here, we'll cover it, sprinkle whatever is left on there. Yeah. Cover this with some saran wrap again, and we'll be right back. Okay, now that our bread has been resting for approximately 30 minutes, with all stuffed with the cheese, the herbs, and the herbs and the cheese and the garlic. So this is a garlic herb cheese bread, garlic and herb cheese bread, and it's stuffed with everything, and it has been resting for at least 30 minutes, and we'll now put it in the oven, and it's going to bake for another 30 minutes or so. We're going to see when it's golden brown, and it'll be ready to come out of the oven. Okay, so into the oven, and it's going to take between 40 to 50 minutes, depending on your oven. So into the oven we go with our garlic and herb cheese bread. And finally, this is our garlic and herb cheese bread, the garlic and herb cheese bread that I did from scratch. I started this earlier, and it's over, it's finished, and it's all nice and crisp on the top, and inside is mellow. I'm sure once it's cooled, I'll pull it apart and so you can see the inside. So for now, this is just out of the oven, and it has to cool for about 10 minutes in the pan. Then I'll take it out of the pan and let it cool some more before I pull it apart to show you the inside, how fluffy it is. So once again, garlic and herb cheese bread. I hope you try this recipe. Like, share, and subscribe. And I hope you're having a wonderful life. Enjoy and be blessed. Oh, what an amazing flavor. And you can see the herbs and the texture of the bread. Oh my goodness. This is awesome. I can't wait. So here you go. It's light and fluffy. And the taste is wonderful. So I hope you try this recipe. Like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.